Have you ever felt a sudden shiver move through your body for no reason, like something invisible just touched your soul? If you feel that now, even slightly, don't ignore it. Because if these words have found you, it's not by coincidence. The ancients said that one small choice inside you, one silent, internal decision, can shift your entire frequency. And when your frequency changes, your whole reality begins to reshape itself around that vibration. I won't tell you what that decision is just yet. First, I want to show you that it's already been made within you. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in slowly. Let the air fill you. Now exhale gently and whisper inside your mind, I'm not the same anymore. Pause. Feel that? A small wave, a soft tingling, a strange calm. That's the signal. Your energy just moved. The universe doesn't answer what you ask for. It answers who you are. And right now, you are becoming someone new. But transformation never comes wrapped in comfort. It begins with disruption. You might feel like you don't belong anywhere, like a stranger in your own life. The conversations that once filled you now sound hollow. The places that once felt safe suddenly feel too small. Even familiar faces seem distant. It's not that something is wrong with you. It's that your soul has outgrown the spaces it used to fit. Your inner compass has shifted. The direction that once guided you no longer points north. You're walking new ground, unmapped, unfamiliar, but deeply true. What used to define you now dissolves like mist at sunrise. And though it feels like loss, it's actually liberation. Your body senses it too. Your sleep changes. You wake up at odd hours. You dream vividly. You feel tired even when you rest. Your emotions rise like waves without warning. This isn't collapse. It's recalibration. Your nervous system is learning to hold more light, more power, more presence. It's like rewiring an old circuit to carry higher energy. During the process, the current flickers, but only because the system is evolving. You start to crave silence, solitude, stillness. You want to be in nature. Loud music or heavy food might suddenly feel unbearable. It's your body teaching you what it needs to stay aligned. It's guiding you toward purity and away from noise. This is purification, the soul's detox. As your vibration rises, anything that doesn't match it begins to fall away. Friendships, habits, attachments, even beliefs start to fade. It can feel like death, but it's not death. It's rebirth. Every ache is a shell cracking open. Every tear is a release. Every moment of stillness is your system making space for the new. And then something else happens. Clarity arrives. Raw, unfiltered clarity. Your new frequency acts like a light that can't be dimmed. Suddenly, you start to see. You see the energy behind people's words, the truth behind appearances. You notice when love is genuine and when it's manipulation in disguise. You sense when something feels off, even if no one else notices. It's not that the world suddenly turned darker. It's that your eyes finally adjusted to the light. And at first, that light burns. You'll want to close your eyes again, to go back to the comfortable fog of not knowing. But once you've seen truth, you can't unsee it. The veil has lifted. You begin to recognize how you betrayed yourself just to be accepted, how you've hidden your light to make others comfortable, how many times you've said yes when your whole body screamed no. You see the masks you wore to survive and the pain they caused. And in that moment, you reach a choice. Do you cling to the old version of yourself out of fear? Or do you allow it to dissolve so something truer can rise? One path keeps you safe, but small. The other breaks you open, but sets you free. The truth is, This clarity isn't here to punish you. It's here to free you. The universe is not taking from you. It's performing spiritual surgery, cutting away the false so the real can live. Every painful realization is the removal of another chain. Every ending is an answered prayer for authenticity. You didn't wake up because you were lucky or special. You woke up because your soul couldn't stay asleep any longer. You reached the breaking point where the pain of staying the same outweighed the fear of changing. That's when the transformation began. Not with fireworks or rituals, but with one silent, sacred whisper from your soul. Enough. Enough pretending. Enough shrinking. Enough settling for less than what you are. When your soul says enough, the universe moves instantly. It doesn't wait for your permission. It rearranges everything. That's why things might feel chaotic right now. Why people are leaving. Why jobs are ending. Why everything that once felt stable now trembles. It's not punishment. It's purification. It's the demolition before the rebuild. Think of it like inheriting a piece of land with an old house that can't hold your dream. Before you can build something lasting, the old house must come down. The demolition is messy, loud, and full of dust, but it's necessary. You can't build new foundations on top of decay. Your life is that construction site right now. The universe is doing a controlled demolition, removing everything that no longer resonates with who you've become. Every door that closes is divine confirmation. Every ending is a clearing. Every goodbye is protection. You're not being destroyed. You're being rebuilt. But here's the part many forget. When the demolition happens, your mind will panic. It will call it failure, loss, punishment. But your soul will whisper, trust me, because your future self, the one already living in peace and alignment, has already made these choices for you. That higher version knows what must go so the new can grow. So trust the tearing down. Don't rush to rebuild too soon. Let the dust settle. Let the silence stretch. Let what's gone stay gone. Every piece that's leaving your life is an echo of an older frequency that no longer serves you. Holding onto it will only hurt. Let it fall. And as you let go, something magical happens. The same energy that caused chaos begins to feel like peace. You start sleeping better. You breathe easier. You stop forcing outcomes. You begin to notice small signs, songs, numbers, coincidences that remind you you're guided. You feel supported again. The storm starts to make sense. Your new frequency has one law. What is real will remain. What is aligned will grow. What is meant for you will never need to be chased. Everything else will drift away. So breathe deeply, slowly, right here, right now. You've already made the shift. You've already changed. You're not who you were yesterday. And that's why life feels strange. You are not falling apart. You are falling open. You are not being punished. You are being purifying. You are not lost. You are being led. Every tear, every shake, every quiet night is proof that something sacred is unfolding. You are crossing a threshold your old self could never imagine. Keep going. Don't fear the emptiness. It's just space being made for the truth. Don't rush to fill it. Let life reveal what belongs there. You are learning to live from your higher frequency, where peace is normal, where authenticity is natural, and where love is magnetic. So, when you wake up tomorrow, whisper it again. I'm not the same anymore. Say it until your bones believe it, because your soul already does. You are not who you were. You are who you were always meant to be. If you don't feel even a small shift in your body within the first few seconds, you can skip this message, because it didn't come to you by coincidence. It found you for a reason. The ancient masters taught that one single decision inside the heart can completely change your frequency. And when your frequency changes, your whole world begins to rearrange itself. I won't tell you what that decision is yet. First, I'll show you that the shift has already started within you, even if you haven't noticed. Take a slow, deep breath. Close your eyes and exhale gently. In your mind, whisper to yourself, I'm not the same anymore. Feel that? Maybe it's a tiny shiver, a soft pressure in your chest, or a wave of calm that runs through your body. That sensation is your proof. Something inside you has moved. Your vibration has already begun to rise. The universe doesn't react to what you say. It reacts to who you are. It's responding to your new state of being. This is why lately, your life may feel strange, chaotic, or uncertain. You might feel like you no longer belong in the same conversations, places, or groups that once felt familiar. Maybe you sense yourself changing faster than your surroundings. It's not because you're lost. It's because you've shifted. The map that once guided you no longer matches the new terrain of your consciousness. You've stepped into a new level of awareness, and the world around you is still catching up. You may also feel it in your body. Sleep patterns are changing. Nights feel longer, dreams more vivid, emotions closer to the surface. Sometimes you wake up tired no matter how much you rest. You might find yourself more sensitive to sound, people, or even your own thoughts. Don't be alarmed. You're not falling apart. You're being upgraded. Your nervous system is adapting to carry higher energy. It's like replacing the wiring in an old house to handle stronger current. There may be flickers, surges, and temporary blackouts, but it's all part of the transformation. This restlessness, this urge to isolate or detox from certain people and situations, isn't a problem. It's your new vibration clearing out everything that doesn't belong. You're releasing years of emotional residue, energy you absorbed from others, from pain, from pretending. It's all surfacing to leave your system. Every discomfort you feel is your soul untying old knots. Every silence you choose is space opening for something new. You're not breaking down. You're breaking free. Your body has become wise again. It's guiding you toward what nourishes you and away from what drains you. Foods that once comforted you may now feel heavy. Music that once moved you might now feel irritating. Your energy is refining itself. You may crave nature, sunlight, stillness, and simplicity because your inner being longs for alignment. Listen to that pull. It's the voice of your evolution. And then, this shift begins to show up in your outer world. Suddenly, you start seeing things you used to ignore. The mask comes off life itself. Your new frequency works like a bright mirror. It reveals truth without distortion. You start seeing the intentions behind words, the energy behind actions, the reality behind appearances. The world hasn't changed. Your perception has. The veil has lifted. That clarity can be painful. You may notice manipulation disguised as care, or self-interest behind false kindness. You may realize certain jobs or relationships no longer align with your soul. You might even feel your energy shrink in places that used to feel normal. This isn't punishment. It's awakening. Your vibration can no longer tolerate what isn't true. It's like stepping from a dark room into blinding sunlight. At first, you want to shut your eyes. You want to go back to comfort. But once you've seen the truth, you can't unsee it. You begin to recognize how much of your old life was built on adaptation, how often you played small, kept quiet, or betrayed yourself just to be accepted. This realization hurts, but it's the beginning of liberation. Now, you stand at a crossroads. You can cling to the past and blame the world, or you can take responsibility for your healing. Responsibility doesn't mean guilt. It means power. It means recognizing that, on some level, you allowed the old patterns to continue because they felt safe. The truth doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to free you. It's the light of divine surgery, cutting away what cannot stay. Every painful truth that rises to the surface is an invitation to breathe deeper, stand taller, and live lighter. Eventually, something inside you breaks, not as an ending, but as a release. It's that deep moment when your soul says, enough, enough pretending, enough dimming yourself to fit into small spaces, enough choosing comfort over truth, enough of the noise. When your soul says enough, the universe listens. Everything begins to move. Your frequency doesn't rise because you got everything right. It rises because staying the same became unbearable. And now, you feel it. The pressure to act. The choice you've avoided is calling. The job, the conversation, the goodbye, the leap. It's all waiting. You already know what to do. That's why not doing it feels suffocating. Your energy won't allow you to hide anymore. You're outgrowing the version of yourself that tolerated too much. And yes, following this truth might feel like destroying your world. In a way, it will. But what it destroys is false safety, illusions, and dependencies that kept you from seeing your real power. You're not afraid of the decision. You're afraid of losing the identity attached to the old life. You're grieving the person you used to be, the one who believed they had to earn love or prove their worth. But that self is already fading. Let it go with gratitude. Let it rest. You're not dying. You're becoming whole. When your vibration rises, the first thing that happens isn't the arrival of the new. It's the departure of the old. It's demolition before rebuilding. That's why it can look like everything is falling apart at once. Relationships end. Jobs vanish. Plans collapse. It feels like the universe is taking things away from you. But it's not. It's removing what no longer fits the higher frequency you now carry. It's reorganizing your life from the inside out. Think of it like inheriting land with an old, broken house on it. You can't build your dream home on top of rot and weak foundations. First, the old structure must be torn down. The demolition is noisy and messy. Dust fills the air. And for a while, all you see is rubble. But beneath that rubble lies the clear, open ground where your new life will rise. That's what's happening now. The universe is clearing everything that can't hold the new energy you embody. Every ending is sacred. Every closed door is a form of divine protection. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. You're not losing. You're being lightened. What doesn't match your vibration can't stay in your orbit. It's not rejection. It's energetic alignment. Holding on only hurts because it goes against your new current. Letting go feels like trust because it is. Your future self, the one already living in peace, has already made these decisions. That version of you knows what must fall away so that something true can stand in its place. You don't have to understand it yet. Just allow it. The pieces are moving according to a higher plan that your mind cannot see, but your heart already knows. In this space of demolition, breathe deeply. When the world feels heavy, make your exhale longer than your inhale. It tells your body, I'm safe. Protect your mornings and nights. They are sacred gateways. Start your day with silence and intention. End it with gratitude and rest. These small moments hold great power. Speak the truth with kindness. You don't need to argue, justify, or explain your peace. A clear no spoken with calm energy is more powerful than a loud yes filled with fear. Surround yourself with those who respect your edges, who don't confuse your silence with weakness, and who celebrate your boundaries. Follow the signs of your body. It always knows. When you walk into a space and your chest tightens, that's your energy speaking. When you feel calm and grounded, that's alignment. Let these sensations guide you more than logic ever could. And above all, keep choosing alignment over approval. That's the secret the gods were guarding. Alignment first. Always. It's a quiet mantra that rewires your life. Each time you choose it, the universe rearranges itself to support you. As you do this, you'll notice something miraculous. The chaos settles. The silence becomes full instead of empty. New opportunities begin to appear, not because you forced them, but because you became the kind of person who attracts them naturally. You start to notice peace where anxiety used to live. You start to feel at home in your own skin. This is the proof that your frequency has stabilized. You no longer need the world to validate you. You feel your truth vibrating through your entire being. You stop chasing things and start magnetizing them. You don't need to control the outcome. You trust the rhythm of your energy. So if your life feels like it's falling apart, it's actually falling into place. You are not being punished. You are being purifying. The storm isn't against you. It's clearing your path. The pain you feel is just the sound of old walls collapsing. And soon, the dust will clear, and you'll see what's been waiting for you all along. Breathe again. Whisper to yourself once more. I'm not the same anymore. Feel the truth of that. The shift is real. You are becoming something extraordinary. Someone aligned, awake, and untouchably free. Your emotions are your inner compass, your natural navigation system. They speak clearly when something or someone doesn't fit with your current level of energy. That uneasy feeling, that sudden tension, is not random. It's a signal saying, this no longer belongs here. Learning to listen and honor these signals is the foundation of energetic self-protection. As you start to live from this new level of awareness, the people around you will sense it. Even when you say nothing, your vibration communicates loudly. It changes the space you enter. Those who are also growing, open, and in tune with their hearts will feel inspired by you. Your presence will remind them of their own potential, and they'll naturally want to rise beside you. They'll celebrate your change because they recognize that your transformation mirrors what is possible within them. These are the souls who will walk with you into your new season. But there will also be others, those who are still attached to their old patterns, old pain, or who thrive in lower frequencies. To them, your light feels like a mirror showing what they've been avoiding. That can be uncomfortable. So, instead of celebrating your growth, they'll criticize it. They'll call you selfish, strange, arrogant, or detached. They'll say, you've changed, and they'll be right. You have changed. That change is not something to defend. It is your greatest victory. Their reactions have nothing to do with you personally. They're simply reacting to a vibration they can't yet hold. Like trying to run new software on an outdated system. It crashes, not because the software is bad, but because the system isn't ready. Your role isn't to explain, convince, or dim yourself to make others comfortable. Your task is to maintain your vibration quietly, confidently, without apology. True energy doesn't need to prove itself. It simply is. When you remain steady in your new truth, a natural filter appears. Those who resonate with your frequency will stay. Those who don't will drift away. This isn't rejection. It's divine alignment. Life is reorganizing itself to match your new vibration, clearing space for people and experiences that truly belong. Once this clearing happens, you open the door to a higher kind of communication, one that transcends time and space. You begin to connect with your future self, the version of you that already exists in the quantum field as your most fulfilled, wise, and abundant form. That version isn't waiting for you passively. It's sending signals, intuitive hits, sudden ideas, impulses that seem illogical but feel right. Those random thoughts in the shower, those gut feelings, those strange urges to reach out or move in a new direction, they are not coincidences. They are messages from your future self, gently guiding you toward your destiny. When you ignore them, when you say, "I don't have time for this," or "What will people think?" you turn away from the map being handed to you. But when you trust those inner nudges, even when they make no sense, you begin to follow the trail of energetic breadcrumbs leading directly to your higher path. In this new way of being, the order of things changes. In the old world, you needed to see proof before you could believe. You wanted guarantees, safety, and visible results before taking a step. Now, you must believe before you see. Faith precedes evidence. Action creates proof. You leap, and the net appears. You step forward into the unknown, and the ground rises to meet you. You no longer need the whole plan. You only need the next aligned step. Your inner compass, now finely tuned, is more accurate than ever. The confusion and doubt of your past dissolve, replaced by a deep, quiet knowing that lives in your soul, not your mind. This is the voice of truth within you. Trusting it is what allows you to stop resisting life and start flowing with it. You stop feeling like a pawn of circumstance and begin to realize that you are a co-creator with the universe. Your life stops happening to you and begins happening through you. You come to see that your rising frequency isn't about gaining more things. It's about becoming more yourself. The outer rewards, relationships, success, opportunities are natural reflections of your inner transformation. The real treasure is freedom. Freedom from needing approval. Freedom from the masks you wore to be accepted. Freedom from carrying the heavy armor of past expectations. You no longer need others to understand or validate your path. You stop competing or comparing because you recognize your energy as unique, inimitable, and whole. Your only task now is to stay true to this new level, not through complicated rituals or endless striving, but through one simple question. Does this come from who I was, or from who I'm becoming? Every choice, every word, every response becomes a mirror for that question. Choose from who you are becoming. Speak, act, and love as if you already embody the peace, abundance, and wholeness you seek. This is embodiment, living your frequency instead of chasing it. You are no longer pretending or waiting. You are. And the universe responds to that state of being. When you live this way, chasing ends. You become the source, the center of your own gravity. You no longer wait for life to deliver something. You allow life to flow through you. Struggle fades because resistance no longer finds a place to cling. You turn into a channel for divine intelligence, and life begins to move with you instead of against you. Challenges no longer seem like obstacles. They become opportunities to anchor your new vibration more deeply. You stop asking for life to be easier, and instead grow stronger, wiser, more aligned with each experience. Then one day, you look back and hardly recognize who you used to be. The anxiety that once drove you becomes confidence. The fear that once held you becomes love. The confusion that once clouded your path becomes radiant clarity. You didn't just reach a new level. You became the new level. The frequency is no longer something you try to match. It's something you are. And from this space, life expands. Possibilities open in every direction. You speak with honesty, move with integrity, love without attachment. You rest without guilt. You give without depletion. You hold boundaries not from fear, but from love. You protect your peace, not because you're hiding, but because you know your energy is sacred. You choose people who respect that energy. You surround yourself with those who can celebrate your growth and challenge you with truth. You let go of gossip, drama, and smallness. You schedule joy because joy is sacred work. You live with awareness, not haste. Even when doubt visits, you return to your compass. You ask again, is this from who I was or who I'm becoming? You take the next honest step. You breathe. You trust, because now you know that faith builds the path and love sustains it. Every moment lived from this awareness strengthens your frequency. You are no longer trying to reach your future. You are living it now. You are no longer searching for the light. You are the light. You are not chasing alignment. You are alignment. You are not waiting for permission. You are the permission. Welcome to your new level of being. Welcome to your new frequency. This is not a destination. It's a state of existence. And from this state, everything you once hoped for becomes natural, inevitable, effortless. The frequency is you. And from this power, clarity, and freedom, anything is possible.